Whoa, whoa, whoa. Eh. Listen, we don't make the list, man. We don't make the list. So people mad at us for lists that come out. See, I realized something. I really realized something. Everybody want to say that ratings don't matter. Everybody want to say that these lists that come out, and this is Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. You're tuning in to lunchtime with the bullies. What's going on, Desert Eagle? What's up? What's up, Cool Cat? What up? What up? What up? What up? Excuse me for going too fast. Let me say what up to all my peoples. What's up? But see, Rule Girl, what's going on? Everybody want to be mad at us about these lists, but we don't make the list. I didn't make the list. I actually had a guy accuse me of making the list. Somebody told me I made it up. The last list that had the power rankings. I don't got that type of time. Why would I make a list up like that? Who does that? You're giving me too much credit. Listen, the people that's mad at the list are the people who not on the list. Michael Bernardo, what's up, man? Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. I think you brought this to my attention, this list. Jameer, what's going on, Jameer? Listen, the people that's mad at the list are the ones who coaches not on the list. Velivel, what's up? It makes perfect sense, right? I made the list. You feel me, Aaron? Them the guys that's mad at the list, man. So, now y'all know I feel a type of way about the Shawns. I'm going to call them the Shawns. The McVays. The Paytons. I feel a way about the Shawns. McVay, in my opinion, Peyton, let's get to Peyton first. Sean Payton. Only been in one Super Bowl. He somehow hailed King Arthur. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only been in one Super Bowl, Peyton. Got one of the hugest stains and blemishes on his record in the course of professional sports with Bountygate. Just doesn't come across, in my opinion, as a genuine person. Now, the Buccaneers are in the NFC South, just like the New Orleans Saints. How you got the same amount of rings as the Buccaneers? I can't respect you. You had Drew Brees for over 10 years. How you only got one ring with a quarterback that's throwing for 5,000 passing yards? I can't respect that. You know what I mean? I respect what you did. New Orleans got a Super Bowl. I respect it. But you want me to sit here and say you better than Doug Pederson? I don't think so. If Sean Payton, I believe there are only two coaches besides Doug Pederson in the National Football League who would be able to still make a run at a Super Bowl without their starting quarterback. Without him. I believe Andy Reid will be able to adjust properly. And I believe Bill Belichick will be able to adjust properly. I believe it can be done. Nobody else. If the Saints lose Drew Brees, they are done. They won't be able to adjust. If McVay lose Goff, they're done. They won't be able to adjust. I believe Pete Carroll can make something happen. I got to throw Pete Carroll in there. I agree with you, Pete Carroll. You know what I'm saying? They won't be able to adjust. You know what I'm saying? But look at what Doug Pederson did. Doug Pederson took a backup who everybody forgot about and won a Super Bowl with him. Not a lot of coaches that are looked at as top-tier coaches are going to win a Super Bowl with a backup. It's going to be looked at as a fluke for a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? It's going to be looked at as a fluke for a lot of these guys. But Doug Pederson has shown it twice. Now you could say the Super Bowl. No, I don't think Tomlin could do it. Now you could say the Super Bowl, or it was a fluke. But then he took the same quarterback and knocked out the number one defense twice in a row with a backup quarterback. It's not a fluke. You know what I'm saying? Some guys can coach. They bring in Crevion LeBlanc. They bring in Avonte Maddox. They bring in guys that got to get brought up to speed expeditiously. A coach can get that done. Look at the move that he made. Sudfeld goes down. Josh McCown comes in. A real coach can get things like that done. Nobody had Josh McCown on their radar. Not me, not you, not nobody. But who did? Doug Pederson. Doug Pederson was already thinking ahead. There's somebody, everybody wanted the popular pick, but a coach knows who's going to be able to work in his system. A coach knows who he can coach. A coach wants that guy. You gotta look at this type of stuff. We didn't have to bring in Deshaun Jackson, but a coach knew. He knew about Alshon Jeffrey. So Doug Pederson is just as important to the city of Philadelphia and where the Philadelphia Eagles is going as any player on the roster. Brandon Graham would have been gone if he was a part of another team. But Doug Pederson knew, I can coach this guy, this is my guy. Only coaches know things like that. If you put Doug Pederson in Pittsburgh, there's no way in the world Doug Pederson lose Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. There's no way in the world he loses both of them. Le'Veon Bell gonna get paid, or Antonio Brown, his issue is gonna get solved. There's no way in the world Doug does that. So it's not all about X's and O's and what you could do on the field sometimes. Sometimes it comes down to how relatable you are to these players. A lot of people forget. Now, when you talk about a lot of these top guys, how many of them played the position of quarterback? You got to be real close with we really don't even need a quarterback coach, if you think about it. We don't need a quarterback coach. But we got a quarterback coach. For some reason, I don't know why, but we don't need a quarterback coach. Doug Pederson could wear both hats. Howie Roseman listens to Doug Pederson, and Doug Pederson listens to Howie Roseman. A lot of these guys don't have that type of relationship. So I believe Sean McVay has big influence. No, Sean Payton has big influence because he's earned it. He's been around a long time. I believe Andy Reid has big influence from like on a GM and moves that gets made. I believe Doug Pederson has earned the right to sit at that table and talk about who we drafted and talk. Listen, we haven't made a bad move since Doug Pederson came. We have not made a bad move since. Golden Tate, you could classify that as a bad move because I guess it didn't pan out, but still we still made it to the playoffs with him. Golden Tate scored in the playoffs against the Bears, so was it really a bad move? Doug Pederson is without a doubt a top 5 coach in the game. Without a doubt, a top 5 coach in the game. I don't care where you put him, but if you put him top 5, I gotta respect that, and I agree with you. But based off that list, Doug Pederson is number 3, only behind Bill Belichick and Andy Reid, which leaves me to talk about a conversation that me and EDP had. EDP texted me last night. EDP feels that Andy Reid hasn't done anything to be above Doug Pederson. Now, I can understand an opinion like that, because Doug got it done for the city. Andy Reid ain't get it done for the city. In fact, Andy Reid only been in, what, 1 Super Bowl? Yeah, Andy Reid been in 1 Super Bowl. So you can make an argument there, but Andy Reid also got 200 wins. I'm sorry. Hey, it's starting. Listen. It's starting to look like Clowney in the bag. I'm not gonna lie. People talking about Clowney. What's going on, Edward? It's starting to look like Clowney in the bag. But if you don't hear nothing official, don't worry about it. It's really starting to look like Clowney in the bag. I am interested in to see if he is in the bag. I'm interested in seeing what we give up for Clowney. And I'm interested in seeing if we try and playing him at linebacker, because that's one thing I didn't take into account. He could play linebacker. I like Harbaugh. Harbaugh is a top 10 coach, top 5 coach, in my opinion. I like Harbaugh. People like to forget about Harbaugh. Andy Reid was absolutely better than Chip Kelly. You know what I mean? I would hope we didn't give up anything that disrupts our depth. And I would hope if we're going to get a 26-year-old stud like Clowney, we've got something in the works to keep him for a few more years. You see what I'm saying? You hear in Seattle and Miami, it could be Seattle. Miami got the most to give. Seattle makes sense. Seattle makes sense, but I heard the Redskins had their hat in the ring too. I don't want the Redskins to get them. I'd rather us get them before somebody else in the division do. Clowney can't play linebacker in the 4-3. Yeah, that's very true. You see, I was true to my word on what? What you talking about? The line already was getting a serious push, and Cox hasn't even suited up. Imagine Clowney. Imagine Clowney there too. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Like the possibility of Clowney. I'm not writing it off, but I feel like at what point, how much is I'm actually looking for overkill. But sometimes you could overkill, and you could backload one group of guys so much that it really don't help you so much. Like, I would have preferred a stud linebacker or a stud cornerback because I feel like we good at the defensive end position. Yeah, I feel like we good on the defensive line, period. What I think we're going to do as far as what, Jameer? I believe in Barnett as well. I believe in Barnett. I believe in Graham. I believe in Deshaun, what is his name? Deshaun Hall. I believe in them guys, man. I believe off the edge, we are a force to be reckoned with, especially on passing downs. Getting clowny is a luxury. That's a good way to think about it, man. I got Lord Brunson. Do you believe Doug Pederson has proven to be a better coach than Andy Reid? Do I believe that he's proven to be a better coach than Andy Reid? I believe that he is proven to be better in must-win situations than Andy Reid. I mean, he won the Super Bowl. Andy Reid never won a Super Bowl. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? Andy Reid lost the Super Bowl with Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb and Brian Dawkins. You know what I'm saying? Andy Reid lost the Super Bowl with a few Hall of Famers on that roster, man. Against the same quarterback and coach, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. You got to think about that, man. Now, let's think about what Dougie did. Dougie won the Super Bowl with a backup against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. I got to go with Dougie. I respect everything that Andy Reid did. I respect what he's still doing. But Doug Pederson has shown time and time again that he will adjust. He will adjust. Time and time again that he will adjust. Remember, it took Andy Reid like 4 NFC championship tries to even get over the hump. Now this is what I do agree with. I agree that Doug Pederson would not allow Carson Wentz to have Todd Pinkston, Jason Avant, who else we have? Thrasher. He would not allow Carson Wentz to just have nobody to throw the ball to. They did that in Philly for a long time with Donovan McNabb. They did that in Philly for a very long time with Donovan McNabb. He was throwing the ball to Todd Pinkston, Freddie Mitchell, like bona fide bums for real, dog. None of them dudes stood out. None of them dudes were none of them LJ Smith, right? None of them dudes were ready to be a true number one wide receiver. Carson Wentz's first season, they say he need weapons. They pair Alshon Jeffrey with him, even though Zach Ertz was already a stud. Then you go add in Deshaun Jackson. Carson Wentz so far in his career has not had a shortage of weapons. He has not. You can count the rookie season all you want, but Carson Wentz, he got more weapons every year he came into. Hank Baskett, right. Carson Wentz got more weapons every time he came into the league. Every season, every new season, Carson Wentz had more weapons. So I believe Doug Pederson is more willing to put the quarterback in a position to succeed. Donovan McNabb for years made nothing into something. And I don't think Doug Pederson will put Carson Wentz in that position because Doug Pederson was a quarterback. So long story short, I got to say Doug Pederson probably is the better quarterback than Andy Reid. Especially if you judge him by the first 3 years of being a coach. He already won the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Doug don't pick the players. What are you talking about? Doug got to say so in the players. Doug has a say so in what's going on and who's coming and who he got to coach. Doug don't do contracts, but Doug got to say so into who joining that football club. So you mean to tell me Doug ain't picked Josh McCown? You mean to tell me Doug ain't had no say so in picking Josh McCown? That don't even make sense. What the hell do Howie Roseman know about if Josh McCown will be able to fit the scheme? So you telling me Howie Roseman picked up Josh McCown? That's a coach's decision all the way, bro. That's a coach decision all the way. That's a quarterback coach decision all the way, bro. To pick up Josh McCown. How many rings Pete Carroll got? Pete Carroll got 1 ring, but he been to 2 Super Bowls. Is Jason Garrett a bottom 5 coach? Of course. Of course he's a bottom 5 coach. Of course. Give me some coaches that's worse than Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett don't even have no spine. Jason Garrett can't do what Doug Pederson do. Everything Jason Garrett do got to be advised by the owner and Jerry Jones. Doug Pederson don't gotta call Jeff Lurie whenever he want to do something. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bruh. The roster is straight, I agree. What's going on, Joey? What it do? You already know, David. What's up? One play away from 2 chips. You already know. One play away from 2 chips. Had he gave the ball to Beast Mode, but hey, man, that's his screw up. Rasul should start. I believe Rasul and Sidney Jones will be the starting cornerbacks. Even if Ronald Darby is healthy, he still gotta get up to game time speed. Now, if you see Ronald Darby playing tonight against the Jets, which I highly doubt, then Ronald Darby could be coming out there starting. What's going on, EDP #1 fan? Is Jay Gruden worse than Jason Garrett? No, Jay Gruden has a ring. Jay Gruden is not worse than any coach that, you know what I mean? Jay Gruden has a Super Bowl ring. It might be the ugliest ring in history, but Jay Gruden, I'm sorry, from the Redskins. What is his name? John Gruden, Jay Gruden, whatever his name is, from the Redskins. I think it's Jay Gruden we talking about. Jay Gruden is a bum of a coach. I'm not gonna lie. Jay Gruden is a bum of a coach. But Jay Gruden has had some very, very, very unfortunate things happening. So like losing both of his quarterbacks, losing his rookie running back. Jay Gruden has had some very unfortunate things. Jay Gruden should have been fired with Jason Garrett, honestly. But he's trash too. He's trash. Yeah, Jay Gruden don't have no playoff wins. He had no playoff wins. So that should tell you that right there. John Oakland, Jay Deadskins, 2 bums in a pot. Pete Carroll coached the New York Jets in the 90s. Was he the head coach? Lord Brunson, do you think Maddox should start on the outside? I think Maddox, I don't know. I don't know where he's going to start, but Avonte Maddox is probably the best corner on the roster. Avonte Maddox looking like a lockdown corner. That's what I'm saying, Jameer. A great coach needs shortcomings. A great coach can get around that stuff. So listen, imagine the Philadelphia Eagles. First of all, I believe Doug Pederson can win a Super Bowl with Alex Smith. A healthy Alex Smith, I think Doug Pederson can do it. I mean, Andy Reid was getting damn close to doing it with a healthy Alex Smith. But imagine the Philadelphia Eagles with the quarterback predicament that the Redskins are in. Imagine the Philadelphia Eagles with Alex Smith getting hurt. Then what's the other dude? That dude getting hurt, McCoy. He getting him breaking his leg as well, and us going to get Case Keenum. If Case Keenum and Josh McCown were both available, Doug Pederson would still go get Josh McCown. That's the difference. A lot of people frowned upon it. That's the difference. Case Keenum is a bum, in my opinion. That improved nothing. Coaches, a good coach is worth his weight in gold, man. Don't never let nobody tell you that, man. Nothing different. A good coach is just as important as a good quarterback. Listen, who are the top 3 quarterbacks that they always talk about? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. Only one of them got a superior coach, and that's the one with the 6 rings. That's the one with the 6 rings. Aaron Rodgers so good, he got 1 ring. Drew Brees so good, he got 1 ring. Now, what happened if the Eagles win the Super Bowl and Doug Pederson got 2 rings? Are we still going to be talking about Sean Payton and Doug Pederson? Sean McVay and Doug Pederson? Come on, bruh. Redskins got a good defense except for their secondary. The Redskins secondary got better, bro. Didn't they get Landon Collins? I like the Redskins total defense. I think they're gonna have a top 10 defense. But I believe that if you stop the Redskins on the ground and you force Case Keenum to throw to those nobodies, I believe you could win the game. You know what I mean? I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles offense can score on the Redskins defense easier than the Redskins can score on our defense. So that balances itself out. The Skins don't have no depth, but they got a good starting cast. And Josh Norman is gonna be burnt toast. Listen, man, I'm sitting on the keys to victory against the Skins. I am sitting on it. I'm gonna wait till this preseason game, then I'm gonna let loose on the Skins and what I think about the Skins. 3 out of 4 Super Bowls. What's your opinion? What do you mean? We need Clowney. I guess we're gonna see where he's going soon. Landon Collins is overrated. Check the numbers. I don't think he overrated. I think Landon Collins, man, is a damn ball hawk. Skins have a really talented front 7, LT. I agree. Landon Collins can't cover Zach Ertz. Nobody really can. I'm just ready to see Carson back in action. I heard that, Rude Girl. I heard that, man. I'm ready to see it too. I think it'll happen. Well, I know it'll happen at the beginning of beginning of the season, week 1. We're gonna be in real good. We're gonna be in a real good way. The chemistry is gonna be there. It's just gonna be exciting to watch. You know, you got this top 3 coach in the game coming up there with a very, very young, talented quarterback with weapons all around him. You got a defense that's hungry and tired of being disrespected. You know what I mean? I think this is the year that the defensive line shows us who they are. Listen, when you lost Vinny Curry, you lost some of the juice in the line. Let's be real. Now you bring Vinny Curry back. You got a motivated Tim Jernigan. You got a motivated Malik Jackson. You got the GOAT, Fletcher Cox up there. Then you got the edge. Oh my God. Oh my God. If these linebackers step up, which I believe they will, with some of the rookies and some of the young linebackers from what I've seen out of preseason, if these young dudes step up, and I know the cornerback's hungry. Ready for this 53-man roster. What's up with Jalen Mills? Jalen Mills is gonna make the roster. He's gonna make the roster. But I haven't heard anything positive about, you know what I'm saying, how his injury going. We don't need the blitz though, LT. We don't need the blitz. I don't think we need the blitz all the time. We blitz sometime. We bring one extra dude. We don't really do a jailbreak blitz. We don't need the blitz though, because if you're getting pressure with your front 4, you don't need to. I think sometimes we need to start dialing up blitzes on first downs. I think that they need to implement that. Like, be strategic on when you're going to blitz on first down. You know what I'm saying? Like, the blitz, if you get a real good punt off and you got them within their 10, and you got them within their own 10, you got to blitz on first down, because they're only trying to run the ball to get some space. I think it's situational when you need the blitz. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like blitzing on third downs unless it's a 3rd and long. You know what I mean? But because you can get burnt blitzing, man. You definitely can get burnt blitzing, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I'm going to get back to it, get back to work, what I was doing, man. Official video coming out later, man. Doug Pederson, top 3 coach. Let me know. I want to see who takes the last wide receiver spot out of Mac Hollins and Greg Ward. That's going to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Outshine 1,000 receiving yards. It's possible this season. Darby going to be resting for a few weeks, yeah? When are you doing that video with Philly 500? I'm going to text Philly 500 right now. Hopefully we get it done today, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. The best reporting on the Eagles, baby.